before we get into the video, make sure you're subscribed to 22 Men in the Ball. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers within the next month, so make sure you are one of them. Also, comment your 23-man squad down below and also leave a like on the video. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another 22 Men in the Ball video. And today, as you can see, we're going to be doing the England squad for the World Cup, going off kind of form mixed with their ability for England and how they're doing in general. So this is me picking the squad at this moment in time. I'm recording this before the England-Switzerland game, so I'm doing this based off now, off their form going into it and stuff like that. It will be a mixture of things, and I'll explain as we go along. So I think we should just get into it. You know, I think the first one on here is Pickford, and we're going to start off with the goalkeepers. I'll go through the list of the goalkeepers, defenders, etc. Pickford, for me, doesn't start. However, he's on the plane. He does go. I'm using the same list that James Alcott used as well, so I'll leave his video in the description if I remember. Hopefully I do. Sorry, James, if I don't. But yeah, Pickford for me goes. He just doesn't start, and that's because, you know, you go down the list a little bit. This man starts. Aaron Ramsdale, for me, he starts, and I love Pickford for England, but I just think you have to think about Ramsdale for Arsenal is amazing. Obviously, he's withdrew from this squad through illness or injury or something, but yeah, I think Ramsdale starts for me. The third choice goalkeeper that's where the issues arise. You see, I think Johnston is good. Pope is very good, just not with his feet. Henderson is better than both of them, but he doesn't play. I think for Johnston and for me, Pope doesn't go. For me, Pope doesn't go. But actually, I don't know. This is what I'm saying. I haven't got this in my head yet. I did put Pope in my squad. But I'm now thinking about it. Johnston and Henderson, if they can get a move like a Southampton need a keeper. There is a few players not on this list because obviously I haven't changed it at all. Yeah, for me, a keeper's needed for Southampton. I know they're forced to who's in the squad now. I think they need another one, and I think Johnson or Henderson could be their best shout for a goalkeeper. I'm gonna put Pope in the squad on the basis of now. In the summer, if one of these moves Southampton or Newcastle or someone, I think Johnston or Henderson will get in, depending on if they do move. But for me now, that's how it is. And that's just, yeah, that is how it is. Moving on then, to the defenders. Actually, we'll probably just do it in the order it is here. Kilman, no chance for me. I think he's better than, I think he will be better than Cody, but I just don't think it's his time yet. I think he needs another year maturing at Wolves, and maybe he'll be ready for the England setup. Rashford, it's a sticky one, and I might come back to it. But for me, at the moment, he's in the danger. I'm not gonna, with no chance, I'm just gonna put more in there. Danger zone we might look at later, depending on how long the video's been. Yeah, Rashford for me, his form's not there. He needs to have a little reset in the summer, I think. Whether he moves or whether he stays, for me, he should stay and see how the new manager what he wants to do regarding the new manager coming in at United. But yeah, I just don't think his form's there, and for me, he's not better than, like, on form and how he's playing at the minute. He's not better than the people having the squad. Moving on, we'll put Lamptey in no chance for now. Well, just like before we go on to Mitchell, I don't think Lamptey's at the same level he was at before his injury. I do think he's getting back there. I think it's too early for England for him. But yeah, he's a good player. Mitchell, for me, is in the danger zone. I'm going to put him at the top of danger zone because, oh, there we go. Because I think I will try and find him quickly now. Luke Shaw, I think for me, is the closest left back to dropping out. I cannot see Luke Shaw. You're probably all screaming, saying he's right there. He's right there. I cannot see Luke Shaw. He is on here. But where is Luke? There he is. There's the man. I'm going to put him in, should be fine. Because Luke Shaw this season hasn't been good. Hasn't been good at all. But for England, you can't forget his Euros last summer. You can't forget it. So you have to put him in there. But I'm a bit 50-50 on short at the minute because Man United he hasn't been playing well, but you know how he plays for England. He normally does all right. Kane, we don't need to say much on him. He's the captain, the leader. Will be England top goal scorer by the time he retires, bar injuries. He's going, he's starting. Tarkowski for me doesn't even have a chance. I think there's better defenders in the danger zone and also ones that have been missed out on this list, such as Tomori, Konza, people like that. Even Chambers could be higher than Tarkowski by the time the World Cup comes around. But Tarkowski for me doesn't get close. Harvey Barnes is a tricky one. I'm going to put him there. He doesn't quite make it for me, although he's had an amazing season. He's very similar to his Leicester teammate, if I can quickly find him, James Madison. I love Madders. I think he's amazing. I know he's Coventry fan, so I'm not meant to love him, but I think he is a great player. But I just don't think Southgate likes him, and for me, he doesn't make it over the other players I've got in. Ben White goes on the plane. I'll put him on the plane. He goes, but he doesn't start for me. As much as I do like Ben White, for me, he doesn't quite start. Eric Dyer's another. It's a tricky one with Dyer because I loved Eric Dyer. Anyone who knows me, personally or closer to me, knows I loved Eric Dyer. For me, he doesn't quite make it, but he could, and he's one of the outside shouts I'd have. If say a centre back dropped out, he'll be one of the ones I look at. Him and Tomori. Tomori's not on this list, so I'll give him a quick shout out. Tomori for me should be in contention to start, but Tomori will probably make it over someone I'll get on to later. While I'm at it, I'll just love, for some reason there's two Tarkovskis, so I'll just go in, no chance. Guehi doesn't quite make it for me. He's been amazing for Palace, don't get me wrong, but I'm only going with 4 centre backs and then one of my right backs who will can also fill in at centre back if we go 5 at the back. Move on to him now. Kyle Walker's on the plane. He doesn't start though for me. Doesn't start, and that's because Reece James starts for me. I think he's got to go. We'll speed through some of the ones coming up because there's quite a few coming up. We'll go for Chilwell. Also starts as long as he's still at the form he was at before his injury. He starts for me. I'm basing one off a back 4 as well, not this back 5 nonsense. Mason Mount goes. Mason Mount starts. Grealish, he's on the plane. For me, doesn't start. Foden does start though, and so does Sterling. I'm speeding through this a bit because I've realised I took quite a while talking about the goalkeepers, so we'll speed through it a little bit. But yeah, I think that's quite a decent little look. And then we move on to Harvey Elliott. We'll talk about him. I don't think he's quite at this level yet, but I think he can be. I think any other team that's not Liverpool, he's probably in the starting team for anyone except for Liverpool, Man City. I just think he's a great player. I just don't think he gets in over these players off merit as well, not just talent, but merit. Livramento, I believe that is Livramento, it might not be, but I think it is. For me, he doesn't get in over many of the right backs. Omar Richards, when I see him, let's give him no chance. Same with Wilson. Same with Creswell, unfortunately. Creswell's great, but he's not better than the left backs we have. I prefer Mitchell over Creswell, even though only just. Oxlade-Chamberlain again, no chance. Chalobah, no chance. I do really rate Chalobah though. Jones, no chance. We'll come back to Phillips. Trent, he's on the plane. Doesn't start. Ings, I don't think has a chance, but we'll be respectful to Danny Ings. Stones, he goes, and for me, he starts. Jonathan Stones. He doesn't start much for City nowadays, and we want to take that into account as well. But for me, he does start. Hudson-Odoi, I don't give a chance to. Anyone else on here quickly that I don't give a chance to? Paddy Bay, don't give a chance. Gomez, I don't give a chance. I think that's it that will go into don't give a chance. Calvert-Lewin doesn't go for me. We'll be respectful. We'll put him there. Doesn't go. He hasn't lived up this season to what he did last season. Big Tammy Abraham does go on the plane. Obviously not starting, but he goes on the plane. For me, so does Ward-Prowse. That's going to shock a few people. I'm just going to throw that one in there. Because Ward-Prowse for me is a guarantee in this squad. Another guarantee. Declan Rice, but he's starting. Of course, he's starting. Don't be silly. He's starting. We only have 2 starting spots remaining, and we'll get them out of the way with Jude Bellingham starting to complete the middle 3 for me of Rice, Bellingham, and Mount, and to complete the back 4. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. For England, he doesn't make many mistakes, and you've got to be honest with yourselves there. I'm not a Harry Maguire fan. I'm not. Regardless of what the shirt says, this is just a shirt I picked up on a cheap sale. That I'm not Harry Maguire. I really don't rate him, but he gets in. He gets in. Next one he gets in, it's Jordan Henderson. He doesn't start. He doesn't start. And we got to be honest, he doesn't start. But he could drop out of my squad. He could, and then one he could drop out for, and he doesn't get in my squad. It's Conor Gallagher. It's going to upset a few people, but for me, Conor Gallagher doesn't get in the squad purely off the basis of only having 23. If he had 25, he'd be in, and I might upset a few people as well. He doesn't get in. Phillips doesn't get in my squad purely because I think we've got enough midfielders. A few others don't get in. Tony, I do really like Tony, but I just don't think he gets in. I think he's above DCL at this moment in time. I think he's above every other forward, including Ollie. I love Ollie, and it hurts me to do that, but I think Tony should have been called up instead of him for this international break. Another one who doesn't get in, Jacob Ramsey. I love Jacob more than anyone, but for me, he doesn't get in yet. After World Cup, unless he starts this next season unreal, so he can't drop it. You can't leave him out. For me, he doesn't get in, but he's pushing players like Henderson, and he's even pushing Gallagher for me at this moment in time for a spot. Cody. It's an interesting one with Cody. I'm putting him in the squad, but many people wouldn't. I'm also going to be realistic with this. Mings doesn't go. I love Mings. I love his leadership for this England squad, but for me, he doesn't go. Player who does go, and he's on the plane, is Bukayo Saka. Love Bukayo Saka. These 4, as you all realise, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 11. I don't know, I'm counting that. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have completed the squad. So that means these 4 are in the danger zone. In the danger zone. I think the only 2 that push it in the danger zone are these 2 for me. Trippier and Sancho. And that's why they're going to go up here. I think any of this row could make it. I'd put Gueye on that row as well. After that, to be fair, anyone up to Watkins really could make it. I mean, anyone in there could make it. Really, I don't know why I'm just singling people out. Anyone in the danger zone could make it. I've maybe even chuck Ings into the danger zone, but I just don't think Southgate rates him that highly. But I will rate him that highly. That is, for me, the squad I would take to the Euros. It's a bit of a risky one because of the Cody and the Ward-Prowse being Garrett. I'm saying Garrett, he has to go. For me, Shaw is the only one. Shaw, Cody, and Pope are the ones I could drop. The rest of them for me have to be in there. Henderson, after this World Cup, I would start to edge out a little bit and bring players through like Gallagher and your Phillips. Do you know what I mean? Sancho, the only one I would potentially swap Sancho out for is, I don't know, you can't really take Grealish out though because he is a bowler, but he just doesn't suit his system that much at the minute. Saka, I think, has to go, but Sancho and Saka are close for me. A tweet, which went a bit controversial from me, Thogden tweeted asking to put the 4 players in a list. It was Pedri, someone else, Saka and Sancho. Saka and Sancho, I put Sancho above Saka. And then a lot of Arsenal fans, but I did put as well, saying ability-wise, Sancho's better. Form-wise, Saka is above Sancho. But I was just basing it off ability, so I put Sancho above him. And that's what I'm kind of going with this. I think Sancho's the better player out of the 2. But off form and how they've performed for England, you have to go with Saka. And I didn't want him in the Euro squad, but he made it and he proved me wrong, to be fair to him. Trips, it's difficult to leave him out after all he's done, but I think I think he could replace Shaw realistically, but I like the balance on the left footer on that side. So Trippier doesn't make it for me. Literally, like, I don't see a way you can get him in this team. I mean, love that midfield. That midfield's perfect for me. You've got the holder who will also run. You've got the player who will make them runs but find the passes. And Mount's a great playmaker. But yeah, that is my team. I haven't included the Villa players, which is the controversy. And it's tough for me to do, but that's how I've done it. Hopefully, you agree with my team. If you don't, let me know what you disagree with. The ones I'd hope you would only would be the only ones you disagree with are those in the should be fine section. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, leave a like. Let me know your 23-man squad down below in the description, in the comments. Sorry. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more content. I'll be doing another England video soon, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. But until then, have a good time. Bye bye.
Shut up and sit down.